pivotal time in the history of Guyana. As you know, first oil is projected to come in stream next year. This presents challenges for Guyana, and you've read some of them already. I'm not going to go into all of that. But please permit me to make some observations. Oil is power. Oil is politics. It is geopolitics. And it has implications for the ecology and the environment. There is also a legal side to it. It is related to geophysics, geomorphology, and we must not forget the economics of oil, with its cost benefit, labor, and markets. Oil can be disruptive. It has a social impact. In the case of Guyana, it is projected that by the year 2030, the country will undergo changes in many ways that we may not recognize it. One such change would be the influx of labor by the thousands. The impact that will have in a country of under 800,000 people is unthinkable. Oil then is very complicated. If we are to make sense of oil, one of the recommendations is that we must manage it carefully. We must learn from the experiences of others and adopt their best practices and tailor them to the needs of Guyana. There are some countries that borrow heavily and go on a spending spree even without seeing the first barrel of oil. In those cases, one can expect a heavy debt that future generations will have to repay. And what about countries that produce 1 million barrels of oil a day and cannot bridge the poverty gap? The wealth of oil has failed to trickle down to the poor in the slums. We are told that oil cannot last forever. There comes a time when it will run out. What do we do then? How do we plan for the rainy day? There are cases where failure to diversify the economy has left societies high and dry with expensive projects yet to be completed. The sovereign fund is simply depleted, and there is corruption and mismanagement. Venezuela has tremendous reserves, but as of yesterday, and I spoke to them yesterday, there were long lines to purchase gas that was rationed, and it produces endless gas. The Guyana-Venezuela relationship is also very complex, with over 100 Venezuelans, and it could be more, entering Guyana each month. And the authorities do not appear to have accurate statistics on their entry. Finally, there is a question of verification and oversight. Multinationals are a law unto themselves. They know how to fudge the numbers. They dress up their presentations in fancy language, charts, and numbers. They undervalue production to look like they're running at a loss. They give a mere pittance to their hosts while they hog the profits. We must not allow that to happen to Guyana. We need the contract to be renegotiated. We need strong leadership. We need a Guyanese presence and involvement in every step of the way, from extraction to export. We need policies in place to verify and check for transparency. When I was asked to moderate this panel, I agreed for two reasons. The first is that it would give me the opportunity to meet these distinguished scholars here. And secondly, it would give me a chance to write this up for the newspaper, the West Indian, where I have my columns every week, and you probably will read some of them. Please allow me to thank some persons behind the scenes that have made this possible. We'd like to thank Mike Prasad here, who has done a lot of work to have this here today, along with Leland Narine and Darshanan. Thank you very much. Our brother Joe Prasad from Canada, thank you very much, Joe.